So we need to talk about how to create a tape diagram from a more complex story problem. So let's start with this one. Sam has an allowance of $20 a week. He spent $7 at McDonald's on Monday and $3 on Tuesday at 7-Eleven. He wants to split the rest of his money evenly among the remaining 5 days of the week. So to start creating a tape diagram, I want to first figure out what quantities I know or what numbers I know. So if I look back through the story, I know that Sam has $20 per week. I know that he spent $7 on Monday. He spent $3 on Tuesday. And then he split the rest evenly among 5 days. What I don't know, what I would need to find, is how much money he spent each of those 5 days. So this how much money he spent each of those 5 days is my variable. That's what I would be trying to find. So if I'm creating a tape diagram, let's start with my rectangle. And I need to figure out in my rectangle what total I'm talking about. So if I look at my what I know, it looks like I really only have one total, and it's my $20. So this tape diagram represents $20. Now, of that $20, I know that 7 of it was spent on one day, so I'm going to say that this much is $7. And then I know that he spent $3 more, so I'm going to make a little bit of a smaller box because 3 is smaller than 7. And this littler box is going to represent $3. So if this box is one day and this box is one day, then for the split the rest evenly among 5 days, I need to create 5 more boxes that are about the same size. So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now, part of the I don't know is I don't know how much he set aside for those 5 days or what he spent on those 5 days, but I know it was the same every time. So I have my variable, which I'm going to choose M for money, and I know it was just M amount each of those days. So I put an M in each box. So now I have a tape diagram that represents this story. And if I needed to write an equation from this, I could do that. I know that 20 is what everything is totaling to. So 20 is what everything is equal to. And I have a box for 7. I'm going to add a 3. And then I'm going to add 5 different M's. But I know that instead of writing M 5 times, I can write it as 5M. And I can put this 7 and 3 together, and I would get 20 equals 10 plus 5M. And this is the equation that I could use to solve if I needed to. And that's all based off of this tape diagram. My $20 is what the whole thing equaled. My $10 is the 7 plus the 3. My 5 M's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 M's right there. So let's try one more. Now Sam is making 6 chocolate chip pancakes, but he wants each pancake to have the same number of chocolate chips. He starts with putting 7 chocolate chips in each pancake. He then notices that he can split the leftover chocolate chips evenly among the pancakes so that they still have the same amount of chocolate chips. Altogether, he used 60 chocolate chips. So again, I want to figure out what numbers it is that I know from this story. I know that he's making 6 pancakes. I know that he put 7 chocolate chips in each pancake. I know that he then put some more chocolate chips in each pancake. And I know that he used 60 chocolate chips altogether. What I don't know is how many extra he had put in each of those pancakes. I just know it was the same amount for every single one. So that amount that I don't know is my variable. And this time I'll use C for chocolate chips. So when I draw my tape diagram, and I try to figure out my total, let me make that look a little bit better, or at least connect. There we go. So if I look at what I know, it looks like I have two totals here. I know that he made 6 pancakes total. I know that he used 60 chocolate chips total. When I look at the other two things that I know that he put 7 chocolate chips in each one and split the rest of the chocolate chips evenly. So it looks like most of it's talking about the chocolate chips. So I'm going to have this tape diagram needs to represent those 60 chocolate chips. So the other total that you see there, though, are your pancakes. Now, I have nothing else that mentions a pancake. So this is actually, the 6 pancakes is going to be how many boxes I need to split my tape diagram into. So I'm going to split this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. I know that there were 7 chocolate chip pancakes, 7 chocolate chips in each pancake, so I'm going to put a 7 in each box. And I know that he put some more in there, but I don't know how many more. So I know that he added more, but since I don't know the amount, that's where my variable comes in. So I'm going to put plus C in each of these boxes because it was 7 plus some more chocolate chips. And now if I were to write an equation, what is happening? Sorry. Now if I were to write an equation that uses this, I know that my total is 60. So I'm going to have my 60 equals. I have this 7 plus C plus 7 plus C plus 7 plus C plus 7 plus C. I have 7 plus C 6 times. So I would say that I need to do 6 times the amount 7 plus C. And normally when we have a number and then parentheses, we actually don't write the multiplication sign. We just leave it as 60 equals 6 and then times the whole amount, 7 plus C. And so this is the equation that I would use to solve, or this would be the equation that represents my tape diagram. And let's do one more. Now Sam is making lunch for his 3 little sisters. He has to make sure that each sister gets the same number of Doritos. He counts out 15 chips for each sister, but then decides that he wants some chips too. So he takes the same amount off of each plate so that he can have them. This leaves his sisters to have 36 chips to eat between the 3 of them. So when I think about the numbers that I know that he has 3 sisters. I know that he put 15 chips on each plate for each sister. I know that he took away the same amount from each plate. And I know that there are 36 chips altogether. What I don't know is how much he actually took away from each plate. So again, that's going to be my variable, which I'm going to use C again because C is for chips. So if I draw my diagram, don't want those dashes there. There we go. And I look at what I know to figure out what this whole tape diagram is talking about, I have 3 total sisters and I have 36 chips total. My other quantities are 15 chips, and then he took away the same amount. So we're mostly talking about chips. So I'm going to say that this whole thing represents my 36 chips. Now, similar to the pancakes, I know that those 36 chips are divided between the 3 sisters. So I'm going to create 3 boxes so that each sister is represented by 1 box. I know that each sister got 15 chips. But then I know that he took some away afterwards. So I'm going to take away C. I'm going to take away C, take away C. Because I don't know how many he took away. I just know that it was some amount. And so my some amount is represented by that C. Now if we write an equation, my total is 36 altogether equals, and then I have 3 of those 15 minus C. Let me rewrite that just so that it looks a little bit clearer. So again, I have 3 of the 15s minus C's. So this would be my equation from that tape diagram. And that's it.